welcome back to Brunch Bros. I know that our one singular, sensuous fan might have noticed that we've been changing our banner and our icon and our name a lot. Well, it's because the original name, Brunch Bros, is taken, and our idea was for Brunch Bees, which just sounds like shit. So, Refined Cutlery was the original name we came up with, and it's now the name that we're using.
I like how with each podcast episode we begin to go farther down on the spectrum of appreciation down to rapist of that one fan.
He knows its place. Anyway,
This is like the one episode that gets him to unsubscribe. Like, they started off pretty early with the harassment. At least in the other one, it was like halfway through that they started with it, but no, they went straight into it. I don't know how comfortable I am with it.
He's our favorite subscriber, FSP. He's our favorite one. And he always will be for as long as his duration with us. My friend.
Yeah, until he eventually dies of alcohol poisoning.
If he dies of alcohol poisoning, he'll still be our favorite. We'll have like a t-shirt made for him, you know.
Yeah, of course.
You know, that only limited time only. It'll be like the most expensive one.
Yeah, it's gonna be a fruit salad with a bunch of like red liquid and like two very muscular man arms.
I was thinking more along the lines of the Punch Bowl from Adventure Time, eating a salad.
No. Yeah, how about we put up a little vote and have our main man choose?
I mean...
How about we let our main man choose? I like how we're talking about his death, even though he's probably... I like how we're talking about his death, even though he's probably in, like, his mid-20s.
Oh yeah, tell us your age in the comments. We want to know everything about you.
Yeah. Along with your social security number, your address, your credit card number.
It's only right.
Your license plate.
You know what?
Where you work.
Nah, but like, I don't know.
The name of everybody in your family.
It baffles me that only after one episode you subscribed to us. And I think that was, I don't know. There wasn't much difference in quality. I like the second one better.
I don't. I feel like the second one was more forced.
I liked it. It was more entertaining for me. Because, you know,
Oh, yeah, because you're stupid.
all of them. Hmm?
Yeah, because you're stupid. It's very easy to entertain you.
Alright, well, I read that one, that manhwa, Solo Leveling. It's pretty good.
Yes.
I only got to, like, chapter 35 on account of I didn't feel like reading that much that day. Yeah, it was nice. My pal Fork over here, he's already read it, you know?
Yeah.
Like, he's up to date. You know, I'm not, but I guess I'll have to be. Because it is good.
Yeah, it's fucking amazing.
Regale us with your knowledge.
I was about to do something that would have gotten us banned from YouTube.
What?
I was about to say something very inappropriate. You know, you can't mention the current flu that's going around without your video getting taken down.
Alright. For real?
Yeah. Haven't you seen that?
Why?
Because that bitch Susan is fucking everybody over.
Bitch. She tries to look nice on camera, but we all know her fucking motives. I don't get it. I don't understand what she wants. Okay?
Because she doesn't want... She doesn't want
ads, but they get money from the ads. And it's like, well, if you don't have ads, then you don't get any money. So what's her game here?
The thing is that she doesn't want to adult content, but she also doesn't want childlike content either. So what kind of content do you want? Because with the new rules, like, it almost limits everything, along with the previous rules that they set up.
Well, the child-friendly content, that's legal business. The whole to adult, that is them trying to still get ads and shit. But at the same time, if everything's adult, they're not gonna just stop selling ads to the biggest fucking conglomerate of viewership. They're gonna do it anyway. People are watching that. That's how people are. They're just gonna accept it and put their ads there. I don't see why she's fucking getting her knickers in a twist. So easily.
She looks like the kind of woman who would wear knickers.
Huh?
She looks like the kind of woman who would wear that kind of clothing.
Yeah, fucking Fanny. But I don't get it. Because, like, the most entertaining stuff is, like, the more adult content. And I don't really understand what
Well, because
the fucking
Susan's a
problem is.
stupid fucking whore.
I mean, like, you know how badly they treat the gaming community? Like, it wouldn't, like, be anywhere nearly as popular if it wasn't so entertaining. Because YouTube just fucking hates it. Like, I don't get it. They don't like it. They, like, at every turn, you always hear, like, something bad about it. I think this was more in, like, 2016 or whatever, but did you know that they, like, the gaming part of YouTube support the most to random charities? And
Yeah.
no other part does as much as they do. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Like, millions of dollars every year. And no one talks about that. They just talk about, oh, you know, fucking, they shot a guy in God. Like, dude, it's not real. Who fucking cares?
Can't wait till eventually we can do those kind of charities. I want to do like a monthly charity thing.
It would be for minority stuff exclusively.
I don't know. I feel like they don't need help.
I feel like you're a minority and you should,
who cares? You're a Republican.
I mean, that's...
It's a fair point.
Dirty fucking Mexican tranny racist man. They're not gonna look past your heritage, sir.
Yeah, don't care. You're also a black man.
Okay.
Who's been threatened of several allegations before in the past.
Allegations by other black people?
Yeah.
Did you guys know one time in school, I was playing with my girlfriend, right?
A girlfriend of the time.
One
of them. If you don't know here, Spoon's a scumbag who dates around like 10 or 20 girls at a time. Little known fact.
Actually not true. I wish. That's more like you than anything.
Shut up. Don't sell me out here, asshole.
The world needs to know what you do behind closed doors, Fork.
Masturbate. I masturbate furiously.
Not just masturbate furiously.
Yeah, I take no enjoyment from it. It's just like something to pass the time with.
I don't know. Because, I don't know if you guys knew this, but Spoon, myself, I'm taller than the average man, and my girl at the time is shorter than the average woman.
Much shorter. She's like a hobbit.
Looks like a 40-year-old man and a 12-year-old together at a distance. Now, obviously, she's like 1 year younger than me, but you're not gonna assume
She's 2 years younger than you.
Isn't that?
She is?
No, she's 1 year.
No, she was on the lower end of the spectrum. She was 2 years younger. Pervert.
I mean, 1, 2, that's the same thing, but she's only 1 year. You can say 2, I get what you're thinking, but even at max, it's still 2. It's not like I'm a fucking Humbert trying to get with a 12-year-old girl. Like, have you seen that movie?
You remember that one movie where Jack Black was in it for like 2 minutes, and for that 2 minutes he was a rapist?
I've seen High School Rock. I think it's called.
Not what I'm talking about, for sure.
I've never heard of this Jack Black being a astute rapist.
Well, not in real life, but like in a movie.
Oh yeah, no, I've never even heard of this. He's usually like the really energetic 30-year-old who likes rock music. That's typically his MO in any movie. He plays the same character, just a different name. You know, but it's not like shitty like Adam Sandler. It's like Poe and Jack Black indistinguishable.
Anyway, let's talk about solo leveling.
Super what or what?
Solo leveling.
Ah, yes. Solo leveling. Yeah. Main character actor Sung Jin-woo. It's a Korean manhwa, if you've never heard of that. I was pleasantly surprised. At first, the art style wasn't feeling it. 10 chapters in, I loved it. It was great. I don't know. Plus, the girls are top tier, so. There's no story to speak of, but, that's fine. I don't need a story to tell a story. Come on now.
I don't need a story to tell a story. Spoon 2020.
I mean, because, he kind of just walks around like, alright, well, he was the weakest human being in existence, is the premise. He, does a really selfless act and saves a bunch of people's lives. Then he's granted with the ability of leveling up, so to speak. And now he just kind of just levels up. And that's the story. That's it. That's all. That's where it ends.
Okay, let me explain it in a more pleasing light. So basically, the ability of leveling up is the continuous growth of both physical and mental abilities. For example, let's say, technically humans can do this too, but in a more extreme way. Like, for example, let's say the average human has like 10 stat points distributed between them. His ability is basically keeping those stat points, and you only get, as a normal human, you only get 10 stat points, and that's it, no more.
You're explaining this in a very confusing way, because I know what you're talking about, but I don't follow your explanation at all.
Okay, so, frick.
Think of it like a game. You kill things, get experience.
Think about it as a
points.
game without any level cap, and he's the only player. Everybody else has a level cap, but he doesn't.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. He's
so think of everybody else as like an NPC, where like no matter how many, like at whatever point you come in to cross them into the game, they're going to be at the same level no matter what. Sort of like in Pokemon, how like everybody's always like a set amount of levels, but you can keep on getting new Pokemon with like new levels. That's basically what it is.
Well, they don't stay the same. If they want, they can still work out. They can still exercise. In the show, they have this thing called a rating system, right? And when you have your quote-unquote awakening, that's when you get rated. Now, it goes all the way to E rank to S rank. For those of you that understand what that means, I won't explain. If you're saying E rank, which is the weakest one, well, shit, your E rank, that you're gonna have like maybe plus 5 in all stats, maybe strength, intelligence, sense. That rank never increases.
Okay.
You just automatically have plus 5. You can still work out. You can still gain endurance and train, gain experience. You can become a swordsman. It's just you'll never have resting strength higher than E rank unless you actually supplement it by training.
Even then, your basic strength is never going to increase. Because, for example, there's no way, no matter how much you train as an E rank, there's no way you're gonna beat even an F rank, even an F rank, which is also a garbage ranking. Like, it would take 10 or 15 E ranks to take down a single F rank, just for clarification.
Isn't F lower than E?
Who cares? I don't remember.
I mean,
yeah, you're right.
Like I said, you can supplement your weakness with armor and actual physical training.
Even with armor, there's still limitations, because there's this one guy who has this top tier armor, but because he's such a low rank, even these basic one rank higher people would still absolutely wreck his ass.
I don't know. The show can't really make up its mind on that one, because at one point, there's characters that are let's say your arm got blown off, and you're a wizard now, because that's what you awakened more into magic rather than strength. You can still train and be a swordsman, and if you have more experience than somebody, using sheer technique alone, you can get over it. Now, that person might have a stark advantage being a higher rank than you, but he because the experience gap could be like too high. So, in theory, if one of these fuckers just learned like judo, it's a crush. In theory. Like any martial art became a black belt, even if they're not as high as rank as someone else, I'm pretty sure with the martial art, with the experience, with their natural strength and with armor, it's a crush. Now, can they take on, say, an S rank as an E rank? No. But they can, at the very least, take on a C or D, possibly B on a good day.
No. By the way,
Yes.
because you haven't gone in as far as I have, like, the difference between, like, ranks is astronomical. Like, even, let's say you were, like, a master judo black belt, like, and you're an E rank, and you start picking a fight with a D rank. That D rank, just from, even if he knows, like, nothing about fighting, just, like, sheer power, you'd get your ass clapped.
Clapped, huh? I don't see it. I don't see it. It's like, is +5 strength really that much big of a difference than, say, someone being a bodybuilder?
Okay, look.
Are you to say that they're weak?
Because they explain it, like, early on. I don't know, like, how early on that they explain it. Maybe you have already seen it. But the thing is, if, let's say, it takes, like, 10 or 15 E ranks just to, like, even pose even a somewhat decent challenge through a D rank. And even then, that D rank is still probably going to kick all those E ranks' asses.
Yeah, I don't see it, man. I just can't wrap my head around that. Because the main character himself, in the, like, very first issue, he's a short, weak little shit. He's a little pitched shit. Like, he's a very skinny young lad. And by, like, a few chapters later, he's, like, thick. Like, buff. Like, he's built like Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, because he keeps on putting all of his, like, extra stat points into strength.
That's what I'm saying. Let's imagine his body right now. He couldn't just work out and look like that.
Yeah, because of the leveling system that helps him. The only reason that he's getting this strong is because of the leveling system. Nobody else has that leveling system, Spoon.
No, you're not listening. I'm asking you, can you do push-ups in that world?
Yes, you can do push-ups, but the leveling system is...
Can you get stronger from doing push-ups?
No.
No one gets any better at anything unless they are awakened, is what you're saying.
Basically, because the difference in ranks, which you...
I'm talking about the regular people.
Normal people...
A regular man couldn't just do push-ups. He
Okay,
couldn't just
look.
work out at a gym.
Let's say you're not a hunter. Let's say you're not a hunter, and you've been working out your entire life. You're like the strongest non-hunter. Even a E-rank hunter could probably kick your ass, just because of the stark difference between a hunter and, like, a regular person. Even Sung Jin Woo is stronger than the average human.
Dude, that doesn't make any sense. What you're saying is that because they're a hunter, they're automatically better than a human.
Yes.
Which is true. But even if they're an E-rank, that's not that much better, though. That's not much of a difference. It is.
They literally said in one of the first, like, few chapters, like...
In the first few chapters, he says...
Yeah, like, an average E-rank hunter is at least, like, 3 or 10 times stronger than the average human.
I don't remember them saying any of that. I'm pretty sure he said that he's slightly stronger being an E-rank. Being the world's weakest hunter, I find it hard to believe that no dude could just kick his ass. So you're saying that, like, the regular... So we're using anime logic where they're not as strong as they look?
Yeah, basically.
That's... okay.
Because one of the S-rank dudes is, like, skinny, and even then he's, like, super fucking strong.
I don't like that. You have to choose. It's either he stays skinny or everyone gets buff.
I mean, there are a lot of... Some of the strongest characters in the series are, like, super buff. There's, like, this one dude from America, and he's, like...
skinny. Is he a wizard?
Yeah, wizard.
What? He's a wizard?
Yeah.
Okay, well then he's a wizard, that's fine. But, because, he got stronger from doing, like, just find it hard to believe that a random human. So there's no sports in this world.
There are sports, but there are sectioned off
No.
sports, like sports only for like hunters of this level, hunters of this level,
Hunters.
and
Okay.
and just like
So
regular
you're saying
humans.
there are. Let's imagine sports for regular people,
Okay.
right?
Hmm.
And football, whatever. That man can't get any stronger or any faster because he's human. Is what you're saying?
He can for a human, but compared to a hunter, like no.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm trying to explain to you.
Are you born as a hunter?
Huh?
Are you born as a hunter?
I don't remember the exact lore about it, but I think it's like. I think they said because like once the dungeons opened up, people also began to like emerge as hunters. So I think, like when the dungeons first came out, like it randomly happened, but then eventually it became like you were either born with it or you weren't.
Okay. So like say F rank or 0, you're just not a hunter.
Yeah, basically.
Okay. Well, that's alright. It's getting better. It was a slow start, but it's getting better. It's a nice read, pretty colors, the girls are just amazing. And, yeah, that about wraps it up for solo leveling, because I've only read, like I said, 30-some chapters. So I really don't know much, I just know that right now, somebody like a big, strong S-class fucker just wants to kill the main guy because his brother died. Him knowing full well that his brother would not help anyone else. He's like, okay, well, obviously he got killed because my bro doesn't give a shit about other people. So, that's fun. Can't wait to see what happens next.
Yeah, you'll enjoy what's gonna happen.
You said what?
You're gonna enjoy what's gonna happen, just from what I know.
Yeah, I wish manhwas got like TV shows or something like mangas did, but probably in the future when like we're old. Manhwas remind me of the comics. Some of them are really, really good and rarely get any screen time.
Yeah.
You know?
Speaking of comics, have you heard how the comic industry is basically going to hell at this point?
Nope. How's it going to hell? It's not as popular anymore?
Mainly because of people running in our. Have you seen the new Warriors comic?
Never heard of it.
Well, basically, Marvel released one of the most hated comic book series. Like, it's universally agreed upon that's garbage. Like, every single person, like, universally agrees, like, this is horrible. Everybody thought it was a joke at first because of how bad it was. And the current guy owning Marvel, he's a cuck, right? And,
I guess.
yeah, and, he's more concerned with...
Stan Lee's dead. That fucking sucks.
Yeah, like, after he died, everything in Marvel, like, went to hell.
Went to shit.
Yeah. Like, immediately. You know who Spider-Woman is, right?
Yeah, Gwen?
No.
You said Spider-Woman.
Yeah.
Gwen Stacy.
No, that's Spider-Gwen.
They just are saying, what do you, who was that?
You know, I think we could turn this into a whole nother podcast. We'll save this talk for later.
I mean, we're talking right now.
No, we'll save it for later, because I could turn this into a whole podcast.
I'll have to read up on all that shit, because I read mostly, like, when I said comics, I don't really read superhero comics.
Let's talk about Beastars.
What?
Beastars.
Oh, you saw it?
Yeah, and I have a lot of grievances to go over.
Oh, it's great, isn't it?
Yeah, I have a few problems.
Like what?
First off, you know that scene where, like, Legacy, like, smells Haru and, like...
Oh, yeah, and he fucking tries to eat her.
And all that red stuff appears on him?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's stupid. It's not like it's a superpower. It's... pisses me off. It's... Because in the manga, it just, like, happens. It's not like this big deal. Cause it's not like it's a superpower or anything. It's just his instincts taking over. I didn't like the
Yeah,
fact.
that's it's symbolic of his
No, it's
instincts taking
stupid.
over.
It's a lot better when it just like happened instead of it being this big deal.
Well, because in the eyes of the viewer, he's just a regular guy, and that red shit is to show like, all right, well, he truly can't control himself. That's just symbolic.
No, it's stupid. It was a lot better in the manga when it just like happened, because it's like showing like he has absolutely no control. Because you can see like he's trying to fight it in the anime, but in the manga it just like happens. He has like no control over when it's gonna happen, how it's gonna happen. It just like happened.
Uh, yeah, no, that sounds infinitely more boring.
Well, because you're a stupid whore cuck.
No, I like the Beastars anime. What other grievances you got?
I don't like the shapes of their head. They look ugly.
I don't like the shit.
I understand why they did 3D animation because it's better to show like micro like emotions, like because you know like when they're talking they'll like do like hand symbols and they're like a lot more fluent in their body movement, but they just like look weird.
Yeah, I like the rabbit. I don't like any other character. I like the rabbit. I don't like the. I like Lego, but every other character looks like shit, and you have to get used to their shitty look. But when you do, it's I don't know. I just had to binge it because I knew if I looked at something else for too long, they'd look like shit again. That's all. I agree with you on that part. It does not look good.
And there's sometimes where like for facial recognition they'll do like hand drawn, like that one scene where like Lewis is like grabbing that one dude's face and then it switches to like classic animation instead of the usual 3D just to show like more emotion on his face.
I prefer to just stay like. Well, I don't like it when CGI anime switches from like hand drawn to CGI. It just does.
If
It's
it's
not.
done well,
It's
then who
jarring.
cares? If it's
It's
done
not as
well,
bad here, but I've seen way worse. Like ever seen King and Ashura?
yeah, sucks.
Like I really love the CGI, and I don't know why. I don't like all the characters. Like the guy who spins, he looks like shit. But that's just his design in general. But I really like the CGI. It's really well animated, and when they like switch it from hand drawn, which is vastly different, it looks like Danganronpa. I don't like it, especially because they make some characters stand next to each other. One CGI and one isn't. Why do they do that? You have any idea?
Probably to save time.
Oh, so they started drawing it and they were like, yeah, fuck it.
Probably.
They should have just started fucking. It's,
Because in general, just fuck King and Ashura. I don't like the series. I don't like anything about King and Ashura. I don't like the characters. I don't like the story. The fights are uninteresting.
There's no story. Quit saying you like the story. There's no story.
Yeah, it sucks.
There is no. It doesn't suck. It's non-existent. It's not there.
It sucks.
You can't judge it on something that it doesn't have. Now, if you don't like the fights, I don't see how you don't like the fights. That's easily the best part in the saving grace of the show.
Like,
easily.
None of the fights held my interest. Like, I could care less what happened in the fights.
Oh, no. When I said saving grace, I mean they look nice. The fights are very well choreographed. And I don't really give a shit who wins. They're nice to watch and interesting. Are the kind of person that you have to like care about who wins? Because at the end of the day, it's just fucking. They're not real. It's not like any of them have. They're all one note in their personality, but at least they're different. Unlike Baki the Grappler.
Shut your whore mouth. Baki is so much better than King and Ashura.
Baki. Maybe the manga, not the anime.
Can't wait for the new season of Baki though.
Oh yeah, me too. It's gonna be rad. Oh yeah, you said the people that animated Kingen are not gonna animate Baki, so now all the shitty CGI in Baki will be elevated to Kingen's majesty. Because the animation in Baki was so bad that I just deleted it from my mind and didn't realize it was there. And upon rewatch, I was like, wait, this never happened. Why why is his body so thick? Like, like it's easily the weakest part of Baki is the CGI. Easily. You know? Honestly, I like Baki the Grappler. I really do. It's very entertaining. But if I'm gonna say which one is better between Baki and King and Ashura, King and Ashura is better. For starters, the characters aren't all just a variation of the same guy. Like in Baki, they're all just, I like to fight. Ooh, and I'm really strong, and you don't want to mess with me, but I'll fight you anyway. That's basically every character, except for, like, women. And it's kind of boring at times. Which one has better animation? I'm gonna give it to Baki on this one. Better animation. It's polished. Everything's really nice and polished and shiny. It looks just a lot cleaner. They rarely switch to CGI, and when they do, it's only for a short time, even though it's like watching someone fucking scratch a chalkboard. But it happened like almost never, to the point where I didn't even notice it was there. I didn't notice the scene. That's how quick it was, so that's fine. Story? Neither one of them have story. Neither one. If anything, King and Ashura has more of a semblance of a story than Baki. Because in King and Ashura, they're actually trying to do something. And Baki, they're just really strong people that just like to fight. That's not a story. That's just, that's a lifestyle anime. That's what I consider it. It's a lifestyle. Because they're not trying to do shit. They're just the shit. You know? Because in Kingen, they're like, alright, well, the guy that's sponsoring me, he wants to be the top dog. How do we do that? Well, we'll go here. Well, what happens now? Well, this happens, alright. Well, now we have to do this. Oh, shit, this happened. How do we, like,
Not really.
The story. Yeah, that's exactly it. There's no not really. That's what happens. Like, the guy that sponsors the main character is like, alright, I want to be the top person. Here's what's gonna happen. Then they go out. They have a bunch of fights. They meet other people. Then they're like, alright, well, now that he's here, I can challenge him. Challenged. Now they have the boat thing. That's where we are in the story. That'll never get concluded because nobody likes it but me.
Yeah, of course, because you're an idiot.
Dude,
like, no sane human actually likes it.
It's not.
It's bad.
The majority of the characters I won't
look, just take off that lens that you're like watching the show through, and like legitimately look at it.
What lens?
Because you're looking at it the lens from like, this part is good, so the rest of it must be good. That's the way that you're thinking about it.
I can see how you'd mistake that, but there are the parts that I like, I really like, and the parts that I don't like, I don't like it, but it's not enough to. It doesn't compare to the parts that I really like. That's the thing. Because I think about half the characters should be just cut. At the very least, shouldn't get as much screen time. Like the top guy, the gay guy, he would be cool, but it's like if he was tweaked a little bit and maybe his design wasn't so fucking horrendous. The other guy who scratches things, like in a fighting. Imagine like a real MMA fight. If you just have really like his grip and you can just cut shit, that's cool. You're telling me that wouldn't be cool? Like, come on now, like he has a knife. Like if you don't get touched or else, ooh, that's your tendon. You're fucked.
He gets his ass beat like constantly in that show.
For an interesting fight scene.
He gets his ass beat like constantly in that show.
I mean, because he's not really all that strong. He kind of just mainly relies on his. He's a one-trick pony, really. But it's still a cool idea. Now, in the hands of a better writer, what they have with Kingen, it could be amazing. But now it's just lackluster. Do I like it better than Bucky? Yes, it's more entertaining. At times, Bucky is boring as hell. And you can admit that. The fight scenes in King and Ashura are better than the fight scenes in Baki the Grappler.
No, I'm not giving you that one. I am not going to give you that one.
Huh?
I'm not going to give you that one, no.
Oh, why not?
No. I have never enjoyed a fight scene in King and Ashura. There's never been a
But you
moment
don't
where,
like the
there's never
characters.
been a
You don't
moment
like
in
the
King and
characters. You
Ashura
don't care about
where
what
I thought
happens. You don't care
this
about
was a
what
good fight
happens, and
scene.
it's just
No,
boring.
no.
The fight scenes are better. Explain why, please. I want to know.
Because it actually holds my interest. There's never been
How?
there's never been a fight scene in King and Ashura where I can be like, oh yeah, this is a good fight scene. Like no,
You're kidding.
no, I'm not. There's never been like a moment where I've legitimately looked at King and Ashura and thought, oh, this is a good fight scene. This was a good fight in the series.
So you're telling me
Okay, what fight scene can you legitimately remember and tell me like, oh, this is a good fight scene? If you watch this, you're gonna agree with me.
in what Baki the Grappler or King and Ashura?
In King and Ashura.
I got two. Off rip. I have two. All right. They were the really big fat Asian man who like was sponsored by Nintendo.
Yeah, that wasn't a
Him
good fight.
versus the police officer. That was a good fight.
I didn't think it was a good fight.
It was good. It wasn't amazing. I liked the latter half more than the beginning, mainly because he like started like regressing back to like his primal like, this is our god, like that was cool. He got skinny, got fast. I like that. Was it
He
the
didn't get
best fight in the
skinny. He
series?
stayed like fat. There was just like, it showed like the silhouette of what he was like when he was skinny, and the show would have actually been more interesting if he didn't get fat and if he stayed like that humble Himalayan man. That would have been a lot better.
I mean, yeah, but like, that wasn't what they were going for. It would have been better. I think that's what they're gonna. That's what they were trying to do. Go back to that humble days.
Yeah, but didn't do a good job with it. Now did they? Now did they?
I forget the main character's name. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Of course, because he's forgettable as shit. He literally disappears for like 80 chapters with like no semblance of like where he is. He just like disappears out of nowhere.
I'm talking about the anime.
And I'm talking about like in general. He just like suddenly disappears.
Please keep it relegated to the anime. Because the anime and the manga, that's two different things. Now, is it... Look, is Baki the Grappler better than King and Ashura, objectively?
Yes.
Subjectively, I think it falls short. But objectively, there are props. There are moments that are legitimately... It's more consistently good, but at the same time, it's boring as fuck sometimes. Like, you have to admit that. There are a lot of quiet moments, and the fight scenes, most of them, aren't good. Now, are there great moments in Baki the Grappler? I'll give it to you.
Hanayama versus Spec.
Back when the one guy flicked a, what was it, a paperclip? Flicked it at the Kaio, and he did like that whole twirl thing and still got hit. That was cool. That was a good scene. But most of the fights are really powerful hit. Ha! Whoa! Everyone reacting to the powerful hit. Nani! And then they have a flashback of how they attained the powerful hit. It's boring as hell. It's cool at first, but it gets boring as fuck. I'm sorry. They're not actual fight scenes. They're just... are trained for millennia to attain such an attack. Like, that's not... Plus, the anime takes itself way too fucking seriously. At least King and Ashura knows it's shitty. At least I think. It's more fun. Like, Bucky's uptight. King and Ashura is just loose. Yes, it is. It's uptight.
That's what makes it so much better, cause it takes itself so seriously. So that's what like makes the fight scenes better. You
It just
cracker.
makes them uptight and boring and rigid.
By the way, Spoon's a white man.
If they truly have a passion for fighting, they wouldn't be so fucking uptight about it. Alright, maybe my knowledge of martial arts is too limited, but if you really think something's fun, I'm pretty sure you wouldn't be so goddamn fucking ass clenched all the time. Like, even when they're just walking, they're just like, well, I kind of like that because then they're at the ready, but I don't know. They take the.
No, that's one of the coolest things. Like the fact that Bucky's constantly training, like how he views everybody like when he's walking as like an enemy. So he's like constantly imagining them, even at like their top performance. Like that's one of the coolest things Bucky's ever done.
was like, I'll tell you what, this isn't in the anime. I wish it is. It's in the manga, Baki. When the swordsman guy who
Musashi?
cuts off the poison man's arm, the swordsman. He's looking at Baki. He was like, I could train all I want, but it's not fun for me. But he started looking at Baki, but it's come so easy because he actually enjoys this, and he started disappearing. That was awesome.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
And I love the thing where it's like, he's like viewing everybody, like every single possible attack they could ever throw at him. He's like dodging it.
Dodging, just thinking about it, dodging so fast that he just disappears.
And like that one couple that I looks back and he's just like, is that man disappearing right now, or are we seeing?
But that's not in the anime, so it doesn't count.
You anger me.
Because it is awesome. Baki the Grappler, it's better, but King Ganashi's more entertaining.
Yeah, and that's why the King Ganashra is getting another season. It's not.
Oh, is that what this is? Hey man, King Ganashra to me, how I think of junk food. I really should eat it, but I want to. That's what it is. When I read the manga, honestly, I know you're not gonna like this next thing that comes out of my mouth, but
I'm gonna hang up the phone if I hear what I think I'm about to hear out of your mouth. Like this episode will end right now. If I think I'm gonna hear what I think you're gonna say.
What do you think I'm gonna say?
Yeah, say it. No balls.
I don't want to just end the episode because you know what I'm gonna say.
Fucking core.
You already know what I'm gonna say. There's no need to end it. I mean, right when the episode's getting good? Really? That's when you're gonna end it? Come on, Fork. Jeez.
Say it. I dare you. You limp dick cuck.
Hang up.
Maybe. Depends on how angry I get.
Dude. Okay. Alright then. I'll play a little game. Fucking Baki the Grappler is very well animated. Are you in agreement? Do you agree that?
Yes.
That's CGI, because the CGI looks like shit. It looks
Most CGI in anime looks like absolute garbage.
Not all. I've seen some good stuff. Not all. Most is the word. Because I've seen some actually
95% of CGI in anime is hot garbage.
Yeah, but it looks. CGI Baki looks so much different than the Baki we know and love. It's a completely different design.
Because the manga was sort of because he made the manga in an idea where it's he wasn't planning on having it animated, so that's why it's so beautifully drawn in in the manga, because because I feel like he didn't have the idea that eventually it would get animated, so everything looks and feels good. You can feel the movement and the power behind each strike when you look at it, because
Most of the time.
most.
You fucking heard me. Most. Not all the time. Because sometimes the bodies are just fucking discombobulated. Most of the time, yeah, you can feel the exact movement, power in the strike. Like when, what's his face? Remember the sumo man? He grabbed Oliver when he grabbed him by his rib cage? Yeah.
Yeah, that was awesome.
You can see it. Which, props to his skills. When he fucking was like, don't do it. I have one more technique that will save me. Please don't move. I don't want to have to do this. Super flex! And then, just completely got his ass wrecked and slammed into the floorboards. You could feel the power.
I have to say, that was legitimately one of the most enjoyable things. Yeah.
But Baki the Grappler, most of the time, is just really ugly. In the manga. In the anime, it looks a lot better. I'm trying to remember, do the ears look nice? I don't know, it's been a minute since
They have cauliflower ears.
Yeah, I'm not into that. But I guess they fight, but they don't get hit in the ears, like, ever. So, I'm not sure why that's a thing. Is that from the last seasons? Because I know Baki, like, the Netflix show is a direct continuation of what happens in the original. Back when he had short hair and it was
Yeah.
red.
Yeah, because he dyed his hair to look like Yujiro.
Aww, that's creepy.
Not really, because, like, his entire life he was raised, like, you're supposed to be his successor. You're supposed to be, like, the thing that brings him joy.
Dyed red now, he does not give a shit.
Yeah, because, like, after Yujiro killed his mom, he, like, fully, like, he went, like, you are, like, he, like, fully went the other way with his admiration for Yujiro.
Why would he kill his mom? I forget why he did that.
Cause, like, Baki's mom, like, went up and,
Oh yeah, she slapped him or some shit.
yeah. And, like, I think Yujiro's specific words were just, like, I'm doing this because I know it's gonna drive him over the edge.
Huh. Well, I like it when he finally had sex, he just became unstoppable.
Yeah. He had, like, that massive power boost because he got some puss.
And his dad was like, I can sense it. Keep fucking and fucking and fucking. And your powers will never reach any attainable limit.
So does that mean, like, in Yujiro's off time, not only is he, like, sampling food, like, does that mean, like, while he's smoking a cigar, he's, like, using a woman as, like, a fleshlight?
Oh, God. Ew, not even fucking, you're using her as a fleshlight.
Yeah. He doesn't care about, like, if the woman's enjoying it or not. You really think Yujiro's, like...
She knows what she got herself into.
Yeah, you really think Yujiro's the kind of man that's gonna be like, are you enjoying yourself? Do you want me to, like... No. Of course not.
This fucking...
He's Yujiro. Like, the most he'll do...
better than the anime.
Yeah. I like the manga more.
The fight scenes are more accustomed to a manga.
Yeah.
You could be right. You could be right that he wasn't planning on having it animated, because a single powerful attack, reacting to the powerful attack, and explaining the powerful attack and how it was attained, that goes better a lot more.
No, because I feel like the people in King and Ashura, like, before they even made the anime, before they even made the manga, I feel like they were told, like, yeah, this is going to be an anime, so get ready for that.
Thing is, in King and Ashura, they actually, like, fight. Like, they actually, like, go back and forth, and they think. Because in a real fight, a real martial artist, they're thinking the whole time. They don't just do one punch, stop, have a whole conversation, punch again. Like, they're actually like, ding, 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 ding. Oh, she's kicking my ass. I need a plan for this. Fuck. Like, it's more realistic and it's better. And I think all martial arts anime should be CGI because of King and Ashura. I truly believe that they all should be CGI. Because think of any real fight that you've seen. Any movie, well, not any movie, but any, like, Jackie Chan movie or any martial art battle. Not like one where it's really lame and whoever hits first wins. God, that's so fucking boring.
It's like that in karate, though.
I know, and that's why I don't like watching that, because it's beyond boring. Like, is it for entertainment or is it just for the competition?
Competition.
But to say, because that is so goddamn lame. Can't you just, like, but yeah, like I was saying, in a real fight, they're fast, they're moving, they're dodging, they're kicking. It's like that. And you can't really do that.
Oh yeah, for 100 subscribers special, I'll beat up Spoon. I'll have somebody record it while I beat him senselessly to death. I'll give him a chance. I'll give him a 5-second head chance to, like, either run or, like, try and launch an attack.
Twist his nipple there when he wasn't expecting it, and Willie caught the days. It's over.
I don't think twisting my nipple would work.
Special subscriber, if I'm still alive, I'm going to fuck his Fork's girlfriend while he's stuck in a cage made of obsidian.
She'd kick your ass. Like, without a doubt.
She'd willingly do it. I'm not gonna rape her. That's no point. It's like...
She wouldn't willingly do it. You're black. Also, to it...
And she's a half-breed mongrel.
I think you're forgetting that the second I see you, I could easily hurt you.
Yeah, that's why you're in a cage. Made of obsidian.
Are you implying that I couldn't bust through a cage made out of obsidian?
Yes.
Are you implying that I won't have a gun?
I'm implying that I'd nut long before you pull the trigger.
It's like it hasn't even gone in yet. You're just like looking at it, and then like that's all it is.
You're too late. I already did it.
But imagine like being nutting that fast, like you don't even have time to get it in before you're just like it touched air.
I would like stick the tip in. Baby gravy on the little edge there.
Yeah. Why do you have to say it like that? That's disgusting.
Have you ever seen meat? You've seen meat, can you, right?
Yeah, it's still gross though.
You've ever day drinking with Bruce?
Yeah.
They're like, Bruce, do you have any kids? He was like, no, I'm pretty careful about that. Even if the old hard hat falls off, or I get a little baby gravy on the edge there. There are a few scares, but I manage. On account of I can barely take care of my damn self, so I don't care.
I really like the Yu-Gi-Oh one. The Yu-Gi-Oh one is so great.
It's like, yes, finally I've saved my father. You are gonna save my sister, right? No. Are you fucking serious?
I like how deformed Joey is. And Yugi's like grandpa's in the background, like high or something.
His fucking arms and legs and head.
Yugi's grandpa was like talking to himself for like the entire episode. It was amazing.
Was he?
Yeah, if you notice in the background, he's like mumbling to himself like throughout the entire thing.
Thanks, Yugi. It was just retarded. I love the designs he has for every fucking character.
Yeah, they're so amazing because they're also like you would if you like Meat Canyon's like designs, you would really like Chris and G's because they have like very similar like thinking styles.
Just deformed.
Yeah, like deformed monsters.
The one with Ed and Eddie, and he's
Yeah.
like 25 cents to see the eye of God.
I love that one.
What do you mean, lame? Do you want to see the promised land?
And then like
He just gets eaten.
and then how like Ed like turned into like this freakish monster.
What are you doing? What? Yeah, he's like, it is already finished. Now let's enjoy.
A jawbreaker. He killed like everybody in that town just for like a jawbreaker. Those things aren't even that good.
And they were so tiny, like in his. They're supposed to be huge. They look good in the actual show.
Yeah, they look amazing. But in real life, they're like not that satisfying.
It's awesome. It's like chalky. It's nice.
Yeah.
But you have to find one that's huge like that one though.
Have you ever seen like the videos of like those giant gummy bears, and how they're all like
Yeah,
disgusting?
They're hard as hell because they're huge. That does not look good at all, man.
They're like always like wet and moldy because like they're too big to like properly seal them for like the size of package that they come in. So like when you grab one, it's like a 50-50 chance on whether or not it's like moldy.
Oh, that sucks.
And it tastes like cough syrup. Like pure.
Yeah, because it's huge. Like a regular gummy bear only tastes good because of its size. It's engineered specifically.
Engineered.
Yeah, it's engineered, you fucking fag. Jesus. Gotta comment on everything I do?
Yeah.
Fuck. What do you lay with my dick, black man?
Is your mom still single?
My mom wants to be single.
They can change that.
Well, it's already been an hour. How long is the...
Oh, has it already been an hour? God.
It's been an hour and like 1 minute.
54 minutes. Liar.
I mean, how long has you been recording? Because we had a little be getting there.
55 minutes.
55. Alright, so we're gonna go to 3 hours this time, guys. Strap in.
Where I'm not going to edit 3 hours worth of video.
Why not?
The only way I'm doing that is like a live stream on the computer.
You should put like.
Because I hope you know, like for a video of that size, I can't like put like the background that I usually do. Because for most of these videos, I'm watching porn. I'll let you guys decide whether or not that's a joke.
Honestly, I believe that you had to be watching porn for like the second one, and not right now. That's my guess.
Want to take another guess?
I mean, you could have. I feel you weren't watching it the entire time. You just looked it up. God, remember that time I was screaming at my ex? How was breaking up, and you were just silently on the phone.
Yeah. Yeah, I was like on the phone call, just like silently giggling to myself. Well, not giggling. I was like full on laughing.
Yeah. He like decided to record it because it was like hilarious to him, right? And so.
And the audio file for it got corrupted. I was like so depressed.
Yeah, I was pretty sad because I was like, dang, we're never gonna have that opportunity again. It was perfect, and it was like looking up stuff that had to do with what we were saying. And I mean, it's so much better.
How to stop like laughing uncontrollably.
The opportunity just fucking. That makes me sad. It's like when you're like on Monkey and you finally get a girl to show her titties, but like the video times out. It's just regretful. Like it was right there. I had it. My God. Have you ever been on Monkey?
What?
Monkey.
Oh, okay.
It's an app that allows you to FaceTime people from like wherever the fuck, and you can choose your age and all. You can choose whether you're gonna talk to dudes, boys, gays, whatever. And
The dudes, boys, gays. Is there something you're trying to tell us there, Spoon?
No, as a joke, me and my cousins would be like, all right, we'll see who can get a girl to, show the titties with the video store. And so every fucking time.
Oh, okay. Well, wait a minute. We're gonna have to put a pause on this. Hey, I was just in a life or death situation.
Yeah. With my penis. Anyway, so, like I was saying, I completely forgot. It took so fucking long. Jesus.
To you guys, nothing happened. I swear. Don't you even try it. Stop it. Go away. That was a Taekwondo master coming to attack me.
Otherwise known as his little brother, John Johnson.
John Johnson.
Yeah. He has another brother named Magnus or Magnuson, but he's like really old and white. I'm not sure the relation. But, yeah.
I don't think you know how society works. Interracial couples are outlawed.
In Africa they are.
Yeah. I'm glad they know how the world properly works.
I'm not sure why that is.
They don't want any light skins there.
Oh, is that what it is? Yeah, that makes sense. But like they'll still do it though. Like they'll still like that one comedian who's African but like he's from the good part of Africa.
You mean South Africa, where all the white people are?
Yeah. So he sounds British.
Yeah.
That fucker, he was like, yeah, I had to walk on the street with my mom and my dad would be like across the street, right? And we wouldn't allow to look at him.
Makes sense.
The policeman would escort us away. That seems weird.
Nah, keeping it pure.
Take that chance to be in an interracial relationship. I don't know what that's like. What's it like having someone that's not your kind?
The same as you would someone of your own.
I feel like you couldn't love them because they're different from you.
The viewers don't know that you're joking, but to them you sound like this racist asshole.
It's because I'm not joking.
Well, you heard it here first, folks. Back if we ever do get popular and you're running for president, uh, this this podcast is definitely not gonna help.
I mean,
The
by
liberals
all
will
means,
just
do
pull
what
this
you
up.
want. It's just me personally. You'd have to be like exactly like me, different genitalia, but exactly.
No,
Like
I feel like you're the kind of guy where it's like it's a perfect copy of you. You'd smash no matter what, willing or not.
you said, good thing you're not.
Willing or not.
That's a funny joke.
I'm not joking.
See, bruh, it's a funny joke.
You're the
I
black
would,
one
honestly.
here.
If it was me, yeah. I thought about that before, like if I went back in time to myself. I wouldn't smash, but...
Pervert. Pedophile.
What was that?
Pedophile.
I said I wouldn't smash. We'd be like a similar age. It'd be like a day or two. You know, back when I knew, like, what's going on. Jesus Christ, how old do you think I'd be when we get the ability to go, like, back in time?
3.
Like, 100?
You'd be 586, and you'd go back to 3-year-old you. And it's like, well, in my time, and it's like, no, shut up, dirty old man.
In my time, old people are a delicacy, so you're trying something pretty cutting edge, if you ask me. That should be in a movie. Old people, like, being hot, and, like, an old man going back in time, he's like, well, you're actually, you know, this is good. You should just suck my dick, and I'll be on my way.
I feel like that's how most pornos start, Joe.
Worst pornos, they mostly start with a problem, and they're only solved after the blowjob.
So, your people are dying and you need a night. Well, I've been on the road by myself for a week, so,
Honestly? No. I'm just thinking, like, because I've been in a interracial relationship. I didn't really like it. It might have just been her.
probably
But
just
I feel
her.
like it had to do with the fact that she wasn't my kind.
No, I'm pretty sure it was just her.
And as a proud Republican myself, I don't think the two have anything to do with each other. It's probably just her. Don't you have a hot, ripped slam piece?
I like the fact that you're referring to her as a slam piece.
You slam that piece, don't you?
Who calls it a piece?
I mean, it's only a piece of her body. You don't slam her fucking arms.
You don't know what I do.
I certainly hope you don't fuck her back fat.
No. Ew, no.
All I need is a crease, as the legendary Chris Rock said. Did you see that special he did?
Where he raped the little girl? No.
He didn't... What? No. Ew. No. Rape's not a joke, dear viewer. Anyway. Oh yeah, forget. We hit a milestone.
20 views?
30 subscribers. Jeez. 2 videos, 3 subscribers. That's incredible, Zeus. That's incredible. You should cut that out.
Can't. We're already past the hour mark.
Oh, past the hour mark, you can't cut anything?
Yeah, guess I'll, have to restart this whole podcast. I'm not joking.
Dude. Say, because I,
I'm deleting the
name
podcast.
dropped myself,
I'm deleting
and you
what
name
we have
dropped
up
me,
to this
like,
point. I'm deleting everything
so
we have
many
up to this
times
point.
in the last episode. And at this point, I don't really think it matters so long as they don't have it, like,
Recording.
actual info, because
Okay.
that was only one word.
Recording in 3, 2, 1.
What? Are you serious?
Yes. Hey there,
What's
we're
good
refined
content?
cutlery. I'm forking that spoon.
You're a shit.
We just had to cut an hour worth of recording because the spoon over here is a twat. Isn't that right, spoon? Hmm?
Are you
Spoon?
serious?
Yes, I'm serious. What do you mean?
That was some of our best content that you just threw away.
No, you threw it away. You threw it away.
The sound was probably really good. Like, probably the best I've sounded out of all of them.
You threw it away. You did.
Are you serious? Did you actually? Please don't tell me.
No, it's gone.
I'll only know till after you post it, but I'm gonna be very upset.
I hope you are.
Because we had a whole discussion about King and Ashura versus Baki, solo leveling, our morals on interracial relationships. Like, we had a whole bit there. And you threw that away.
Yeah.
That's something you would do, but I'm really hoping you did.
You're hoping for the wrong thing.
Come on, man. No one's gonna find you off one. They could barely even hear it.
Sure. Yeah, I'm not taking that chance, asshole.
Dude, you said my name so many times in the last one.
And I edited it.
No, you didn't, because I watched it.
I
You didn't edit
did.
anything.
You just didn't pay attention, you stupid whore.
Dude, I rewatched all the episodes. You fucking did not edit anything. They were all in it, like, full black, because it's crystal clear on your end.
Well, too bad.
Oh my god. You heartless man. Well, this is good enough to end the episode on. This is about as much effort, so sorry that you guys got a, 2-minute episode this time. Jeez,
Yeah. You can blame Spoon if you're unhappy with the length of the video.
You can blame the editor if you're
You
unhappy.
can blame this stupid cuck over here.
I only edit, like, the looky parts, like the banner and the icon. I designed that. Like, he does everything else.
Yeah, and I bring the funny here, because this man here, you're a handicap. You're a handicap.
You're the handicap. Because I do all, like, what's the word? Fucking, when, like, you want to look good. What's that word? I do all that.
You're the face whore.
Yes.
You're the powderer. You know that's somebody's actual job. It's like between porn scenes, it's just like somebody's job to keep the dude erect.
I recently learned that in between cum shots in porn, they'll just, like, turn up the cameras, jerk off right quick, and right when they're about to nut, that's when they're like, alright, action, oh! And it is edited to look like it was one thing.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool. Because that applies to even after, like, an hour of sex. They're still not doing that. Like, they could, like...
They stop like a lot in between it. If you've ever seen a documentary about it.
I know that if I watch a documentary on it, it's gonna ruin my experience, like, forever. That's why I'm not ever gonna watch one.
Yeah, like between like every single minute of him actually doing something, they have to pause for like makeup and stuff like that, repositioning.
Ever seen Spank Bang?
What?
Spank Bang, the website. It's the only website that actually has, like, the full hour-long episodes for free.
No. Okay, we're at 69 minutes. I'm ending it right now.
Before you, like I said, did you delete it? Please say you didn't, like, stop it as I'm talking.
No.
Okay, cool. Like I was saying, milestone, we have 3 subs. Now, we had FSB, who will always hold a special place in our hearts. But we also have 2 more. So if you watch this episode, you can go ahead to type Nivea Butt Cream. You know, that's just to prove that your bitch ass watched it. And you can comment down below what you
If
want
this
us to
goes over
review
the
this episode.
69-minute mark, I'm strangling you.
You can comment down below what you want us to talk about, you know, with, yeah. And critiques are always wanted. Unless you're racist, please. We don't like that over here.
Okay, I'm ending it.
Alright, later!
Fuck y'all.